But first this morning, Milwaukee makes it into the movie business. The big-budget picture called Major League will start filming here on July 25th and boasts big-name stars like Tom Berenger and Charlie Sheen. Much of the movie will be shot at Milwaukee County Stadium, as well as at other locations around the city.
Good morning, I'm Dave Beagle. As Cynthia Collier just told you, we're talking today about the movie Major League, which will begin filming here in Milwaukee on July 25th. Joining me now are our guests, Jan Pergoli, Film Industry Liaison, and Jill Moran, Media Coordinator for Milwaukee County. Thank you both for being here today. I appreciate it. Let me ask you, how in the world did this happen? How long it seemed to just suddenly explode upon us that this movie was here. How long has this been in the works?
It's been in the works since early May. I received a telephone call from one of the producers in early May asking me to send information and photos on Milwaukee. He explained what the motion picture was about, and I sent the information to him. And then some conversations ensued after that, and then he and the director and another producer came to Milwaukee, and we scheduled a meeting with the county executive and Mayor Norquist to discuss the project, and we sent more photos, and here we are with the movie.
Let me ask you a question. When the first call came, all right, somebody said, we're interested in using Milwaukee, and you said, oh, God almighty, we got to send this guy. What did you send them? What kind of thing do you send to a movie producer?
Okay, I've put together a picture book on Milwaukee that shows what Milwaukee has to offer. And so I sent that, of course, and then he gave me some general ideas on what kind of locations he was looking for. One of which was photos of County Stadium, so I went out and shot some photos of County Stadium and some of the other locations that he was looking for, and general information on the area, which I took from the Convention and Visitors Bureau. So that was the initial packet of information sent.
Who did we beat out for this? What cities came in second and third?
I'm told that they were looking at several other Midwest cities, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Midwestern cities with stadiums that weren't brand new.
Okay. Is the key to this whole thing the stadium? Is that?
Yeah, that's
right.
as
Now,
far as
probably
we know.
the film capital of the world right now, where a lot of movies are being made, is the city of Toronto. Okay, dozens of movies have been made there in recent years. Now, I didn't know that until I saw a report on ABC News, and I've seen most of the movies that have been made there.
Right.
Okay. Toronto's image took no great boost around the country because movies are being made there. Toronto's a great city anyhow. You don't expect that people are going to go see this movie and say, boy, look at that. Doesn't Milwaukee look like fun? They're going to think it's Cleveland, aren't they?
And so when you've got, well, we're hoping for 30,000 extras in the stands cheering, getting into the spirit of this movie, which, as Jan will be able to tell you more, the storyline about the movie.
What I think is important to note is that the image situation, I feel, is secondary. The economic benefits to the city are primary, okay?
What are those economic benefits?
Okay. The economic benefits are manyfold. The producer has told us that probably 40% of the total budget of the motion picture will be spent here in Milwaukee. And working with the people who are already in town, I can see how that amount of money can be spent. First of all, you have hotels, bars, restaurants, catering, vehicle rental, gasoline, taxi cabs, limousines, building materials, wardrobe, props. You name anything that is going into a movie, and you have to realize these people are living here for 3 months too, so it's not only just the place where they're working, it's also their homes, so all of that consumer spending is also taking place while they're here.
Okay. And the movie has a budget of about $10 million, so we assume that, what, $4 million is going to be spent here in Milwaukee.
Right.
Who's going to feel that? I mean, Milwaukee's a tough time in the summer to get it. You can't rent a car in Milwaukee in the summer. All right. It's almost impossible to get hotel rooms. Is this going to have a negative impact on your average person, your family who wants to come to Milwaukee during the summer? You're not going to be able to find a place to stay?
No, because we've been working very carefully, and the hotel situation was a very serious problem, which we were able to resolve during a key point in time when all of the rooms in Milwaukee are booked. The film crew is going to have to stay outside of Milwaukee for those 4 days and then return to Milwaukee for the interim of their filming.
Which 4 days is that? What's this?
July 23rd through the 26th.
Is this the circus parade?
Northwestern Mutual Convention.
Oh, okay.
And Festa Italiana.
All right.
But no, with the opening of the Wyndham Hotel and some of the other hotels which are available, there still will be rooms for the residents.
Okay. Is this going to be an exciting, what are they going to be here, 3 months? All right. Is this going to be a thrilling 3 months for us?
Absolutely.
Are there going to be movie stars running?
Yes.
Charlie Sheen?
Tom Berenger.
Tom Berenger. Is there anybody else that we might know who's in this movie?
Not that has been signed yet. They're still casting several of the parts.
Okay. I want to talk a little bit about the movie and what role the city of Milwaukee and the county of Milwaukee are going to play in this, and what the movie's going to be about. I mean, we should find all that stuff out, and we will do that right after we pause for these words. Welcome back. We are talking about Hollywood, Wisconsin today. Really, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We don't want to change our name, am I right?
No.
When they actually film this, doing the filming, how much impact is that going to have on our lives here? I mean, are we going to be driving to Capitol Court and suddenly stumble across some film crew somewhere? Or is it going to impact us on a daily basis?
It probably will to some extent. Now, all of the locations haven't been chosen yet, but we will work very closely with the location manager and city government and county government to make sure that there is as little disruption to everyday happenings as possible. But obviously, because of the scope of the production company, it will be something that the city really has not experienced before.
Are people going to be able to get in this movie here in Milwaukee, people?
Yes.
All right. What are they going to be able to do in this movie?
Okay. There are so many different parts that are going to be available. All of the key people are being brought in from Los Angeles.
Our leads. You're basically
leads and key crew people.
Okay.
But their assistants, are people that they want to hire locally. They are going to be looking for thousands of extras.
Now, these are on camera.
On-camera extras. They are also looking for local crew types to work.
Carpenters. Masons.
Grips, gaffers, production assistants.
What is a grip?
Someone
you're the movie people. I don't know what a grip is.
Someone that moves heavy equipment.
Okay. All right. And a gaffer is someone who
works with electrician and lighting.
Okay. All right. So they're going to hire those people locally.
Yes.
How do you get into it? I mean, say you're a local Milwaukee grip, and you want to be in this. You want to work on this movie.
Let me tell you how.
Okay.
What if you want to work as a crew person? You send your resume, which hopefully will include your telephone number, to Major League Productions in care of the Mark Plaza Hotel. The production office has been set up in the Mark Plaza Hotel, and they are accepting all correspondence there.
Is there somebody there now
Yes.
working on this?
Yes, and
Really?
so people should begin sending their resumes and letters for people who want to appear on the film, on camera.
The stage mothers.
Extras.
Right.
Okay, they should send a photo and a letter with their name, address, and telephone number to the same address, Major League Productions, Mark Plaza Hotel.
Okay, now my conception of extra is someone who you see in the background of a crowd scene. Are there going to be any parts for Milwaukee people to actually say something? And they may end up on the cutting room floor, but, you know what I mean?
It's yet to be
I
determined,
don't know what
I would
building
say.
soundstage means.
Okay.
I mean, are they going to build some big old building there?
What they need to do is have space with high ceilings, a minimum of columns, and large enough in which to build the sets, because not every location will be an actual location in Milwaukee. So there are actually some interior sets that are going to be built. So we have to have a space in which those sets will be built, and then the actual scenes will be filmed on those sets in this warehouse space.
What's this movie about?
The movie is a comedy about Major Baseball. Okay, Major League Baseball. And, to paraphrase it, a woman who is recently widowed gains ownership of the team which her husband owned. Okay, now, she wants to have a losing team so that attendance will drop, so that she can break her contract with the city and move the baseball team to Miami. Okay? So she starts hiring baseball players who she perceives don't have very much talent, so that the team won't do very well. Well, when the team ultimately finds out what she's trying to do, they give it their all, and they become divisional champions. And as we learn at the very end of the picture, this was her strategy all along, to to build a winning team.
Okay, now what did Tom Berenger and Charlie Sheen play?
Charlie Sheen plays the pitcher, and Tom Berenger plays the catcher.
Okay, and they're two bum baseball players who are the ringleaders of Let's All Be Good.
Right.
Now, who's going to be this woman? Does it sound like Shirley MacLaine to you, maybe?
No.
What have you heard? What's the inside? Who are they negotiating with? They haven't signed anybody yet.
They haven't signed anyone, and they really haven't mentioned any names because they're looking at several actresses.
Okay, like who are they looking at?
They haven't told me their names.
Come on, you must know that.
No.
You sure? You know?
No.
Okay, now that we got Major League here, when's our next movie coming?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because this weekend I'm going out to shoot some additional photographs to send to someone in Chicago who's asked me to send some scenes to them because we're being considered for a few weeks of shooting for another motion picture that's going to be done later this year. And as you may or may not know, we have local people who are also trying to put together financing for motion pictures that they want to film here.
Local Milwaukee movies will be made.
Very important to develop the local productions.
Yeah.
You have the loyalty factor involved. You know, here are hometown people who want to do projects in Milwaukee. It's wonderful to bring in a project from Los Angeles, but it's great to develop the local community.
Milwaukee, do you think?
It really is. I asked the producer that, and he said there were three factors. First of all, the cooperation that they felt that they would get from the city and county governments was just out of this world. They were very impressed. Secondly, they were very impressed with the locations that we have. We are able to provide all of the locations that they need in their script. And third, the Brewers' playing schedule fit in with their shooting schedule. So weighing those three factors, they decided to come here and film.
How many people are going to be here?
There'll probably be about 60 people cast and
Oh,
crew.
really? That's all?
Yeah.
Well, it seems to me it would take hundreds to make a movie.
Well, they'll be
Where
hiring
else
a
are
lot
they
of
gonna
local
be? What
people.
are they like? What have they written into the script or thinking about?
Locations that are being
Yeah.
considered because no formal agreements yet have been reached with any of the locations. We're looking at interior office spaces, bars, an athletic club, a commercial building, local mansion.
Yeah, there's going to be a Lake Drive mansion. You don't have a place yet?
We do, but it's subject to an agreement being signed.
How about neighborhoods? Are they going to be out in any of our neighborhoods, you know, for an exterior shot of, I don't know. You know,
They aren't
a
neighborhood
Bayview
shots.
or something
No,
like
they
that?
aren't neighborhood shots per se because each one involves a particular building or group of buildings instead of a neighborhood. They're very specific sites.
All right. Let me return, if I can, for 1 second to what I think is the overwhelming importance of this whole thing, and see if you agree. That, as Dave Schultz said many times during his campaign, the people who are from Milwaukee tend to hang their heads sometimes when they're in San Francisco or in Atlanta or in Miami or in New York, and they're almost ashamed to say that they're from Milwaukee. That's something that's afflicted this city for a long time. Does this movie do something toward curing that particular sense of malaise?
It's something that's new and talked about how Milwaukee has been seen as a city that kind of has a Laverne and Shirley image, if you will, and while that was nice, there's much more to Milwaukee than simply that. As Jan mentioned, the movie itself, what it's all about, hometown spirit, is perfect.
Would you rather, in your heart of hearts, and I know you don't want to go out of your way to criticize the script writer or the director or anybody, but in your heart of hearts, would you rather have this be, did you ever talk to them about it?
On our first visit, when they explained the motion picture, that was a consideration that this would be filmed as Milwaukee. But the writer is from Cleveland. And an important factor that should be noted here is that the team in the picture is supposed to be a team with a losing tradition. And so, I guess from that point of view, we don't mind not being known as having a team with a losing tradition.
Is it going to be hard for Milwaukee to repeat this kind of excitement? You know, you said it yourself. 20 years ago, we had Gaily filmed here, and we've had a couple little scenes from other things filmed in between. But it's been 20 years. Are we going to wait another
Important is
20 years?
if they have a good experience here, they found the locations they needed, and everything on that end works. But if they have a good experience in the community, that will be translated back to other filmmakers in Los Angeles. And the producer said, you're going to find there's going to be a lot more interest in Milwaukee for filmmaking.
So that all of us who are ambassadors for Milwaukee should find out who these people are. And whenever we see them, we should buy them a drink or, you know.
And welcome them.
Yeah,
Sure.
welcome.
Yeah.
If they're walking along the street, we should pick them up and give them a ride to wherever they're going. Right. Do you think that this is going to be a memorable Milwaukee moment? I mean, real memorable in the history of this city? Is this a significant change that we're approaching?
I definitely think so. When the city began this program for promoting the area for motion pictures, I was told that it may take some time for us to get a motion picture. And it's been 2.5 years of work.
Jan, thank you on this and getting this movie here. We'll look forward to an exciting summer. And
Great.
we hope everybody who's watching gets a part in this movie. I hope you two have parts too.
Here we are with the movie.
Let me ask you a question. When the first call came, all right, somebody said, we're interested in using Milwaukee, and you said, oh, God almighty, we got to send this guy. What did you send them? What kind of thing do you send to a movie producer?
Okay, I've put together a picture book on Milwaukee that shows what Milwaukee has to offer. And so I sent that, of course, and then he gave me some general ideas on what kind of locations he was looking for, one of which was photos of County Stadium, so I went.
As Cynthia Collier just told you, we're talking today about the movie Major League, which will begin filming here in Milwaukee on July 25th. Joining me now are our guests, Jan Pergoli, Film Industry Liaison, and Jill Moran, Media Coordinator for Milwaukee County. Thank you both for being here today. I appreciate it. Let me ask you, how in the world did this happen? How long I mean, it seemed to just suddenly explode upon us that this movie was here. How long has this been in the works?
It's been in the works since early May. I received and shot some photos of County Stadium and some of the other locations that he was looking for, and general information on the area, which I took from the Convention of Visitors Bureau. So that was the initial packet of information sent.
Who did we beat out for this? I mean, what cities came in second and third?
I'm told that they were looking at several other Midwest cities, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Midwestern cities with
But first this morning, Milwaukee makes it into the movie business. The big budget picture called Major League will start filming here on July 25th and boasts big-name stars like Tom Berenger and Charlie Sheen. Much of the movie will be shot at Milwaukee County Stadium, as well as at other locations around the city.
Good morning, I'm Dave Beagle.
A telephone call from one of the producers in early May asking me to send information and photos on Milwaukee. He explained what the motion picture was about, and I sent the information to him. And then some conversations ensued after that, and then he and the director and another producer came to Milwaukee, and we scheduled a meeting with the county executive and Mayor Norquist to discuss the project, and we sent more photos, and